Hello, I'm John. I'm going to interview Adele. This is Adele here, and she wants to know a lot about her family. So Adele, just introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Adele. At the moment I'm 16 at Stocksbridge High School. I'm a youth leader here. I volunteer to help out with youth, the juniors, what I call. Yes, juniors. And I'd like... Oh, tell me, which bit do you want me to say again?
Start again. Once you press the record button, you don't need to do anything.
Take two.
We're recording now, so let's just start again. You don't need to touch it now.
Take two.
Go on.
Hi, I'm John. I'm working at the youth centre at the moment. I'm a junior leader, and I'm interviewing Adele. This is Adele, and she wants to know a lot about her family.
Hi, I'm Adele. I'm 16 at Stocksbridge High School. Like John, I'm a junior leader here and help out on Tuesday night with juniors. And I'd like to volunteer and be part of this project. And I'd also like to know more about my family tree. Because our family is part of the Hanwell family who used to own the bakers on the road. And I'd like to know more about them.
Okay. Do you know which actual relatives in your family own this bakery?
I'm not quite sure who owns it. It's on the dad's side of the family, and I think either my grandma or her mother owns the actual bakery itself before it was turned into a house.
And when was it recently turned into a house? Or?
I think it's been a house for must be at least 20 years, probably near 50. I'm not sure.
Was it ever a part of the cooperative movement? Because I know there was a big cooperative movement in So it was a private company that made it private bakery.
As far as I know.
So when the co-op set up, did they take over the business of the bakery? No.
I don't think so. I think, as far as I know, it's always been a Hanwell bakery, but then it closed down a good few years ago.
Was it just in Stocksbridge or did it even in Paris?
No, it was just a local bakery, just in Stocksbridge.
At which part of Stocksbridge was it at? Which bit was it on?
It's a bit hard to describe really. If you know where Smith Road, if you go along Smith Road, then it's right on the end of there, it's near to Rydal.
Rydal Avenue?
Near there.
I know where Rydal Avenue is.
It's not on there. Is that Manchester Road?
I don't think it's along there. No, it's not along there. It's much further over.
So do you know much about Stocksbridge?
I really should know more than I do.
Can I ask you a question? Do you know anyone who works at the steelworks?
Yes, I do actually. My boyfriend works at the steelworks, and so does his dad.
So, both of them work at the steelworks?
They both work at the steelworks, and I know Tony has been working there for 3 years now, and his dad's been working there since he was in his 30s.
He must like his job then.
What do they do there?
So with Sheffield Site Services, they clean all the machines, I think. I know on Sunday Tony works on a soap kit, and he controls various machines, and then he does odd jobs like painting and flagging and various other things.
What hours does he work at?
He tends to work something like 6 while 2 most days, 7 days a week. But sometimes he works 2 weeks during the shutdown week. He has to work on nights.
So it sounds like a very physical job.
It's very physical, yeah. So you need his large to be doing.
Yep. Do you know how we feel about these jobs?
Hello, dear.
Yeah, fantastic, yeah?
Bad news. And this one, clear up the never mind. Hang on, I'll get a bigger one.
Kev, stop interrupting. Get on.
I'll get one.
I don't think I'm thinking of that.
Hang on, I'll give you the phone to fill in.
Yeah, go away. We're not recording now, are we?
Yes.
Going back onto the subject.
What were you asking, Shelby?
I said, do you know how your boyfriend and dad feel about their job?
I don't know about his dad, but Tony thinks he doesn't want to move jobs. But he's not keen on certain aspects like the hours of it. He doesn't like having to work every single day.
You can change them.
I don't know.
Did he shift?
Sorry?
Does he do shifts?
Not generally, no. He's normally on 6/2 or 6/1. He occasionally has to do afters when afternoons if he's covering for someone. But other than that, no.
It sounds like it's very busy now. Is it they're making money? Is it a good place to work? Because there was a period when it went small.
I think it's come back a bit, yeah. But I'm not sure as to how much money it's making.
He's actually got a good time for him and something like that to swap with him.
Well, they do swap around a little bit. It's not completely rigid. But I think he's happier working in the morning. I mean, he has to get up at 5:30, but he's used to it because then
He lives so far?
Yeah, he lives on Rival Avenue. He's recently moved into one of the flats there.
I'll be dead if I have to get up at 5:30.
What does his dad do then? Does his dad do a similar job?
They're in the same. They're always site services.
What kind of work do you think, would you like to live and work in Stocksbridge?
I'm not sure.
I think that's practical these days.
I've not really thought about working in Stocksbridge. I want to go into no, not because. I mean, I've not really thought about it, but I want to go into journalism and stuff. So I suppose working for local would be really good. It mean I could stay local and get people.
Not local, like a local magazine.
Local newspaper.
It's a local paper for local people.
What do you think, John, that Adelle could do for the mysheffield side? Have you written any stories on the website yet?
No, not yet, but maybe you can, because maybe we could have 2 interviews, like interview by writing down the interviews, like journalism, and the camera. So maybe Adelle can do a job like interviewing people like Tony, like her boyfriend, on what he does, and how long he does it.
One of the things we want to do is we've got some very clear films that we want to make. There's still some space for us to keep somewhere over there, Sean. There's still some options for us to do some other work. But what we'd like to do, there's a girl called Jessica who said she'd like to do a film about some of the old friends of her grandfather at the Victory Club, which kind of ties into the work of the Steelworks. And we're looking for people who would want to get involved in that. Now, it's not me that wants to make the film. I can bring the camera out and I can provide some support for it. I can provide transport, I can provide a little bit of money. But if you wanted to kind of look at that project and extend that, hang on, Sheldon. You could, what we could do is to work with Jessica. We could go down there, we could arrange some interviews, and you could do the journalism part of it along with her, about interviewing some people and turning that into your own little film. Some of the other ones we're doing one about the history of the youth club, and we've interviewed Kev, and we're talking about the last 40 years of it.
And that's how you show.
What the other ones that we're doing about Stocksbridge? The other one is, I'm going out on Thursday to meet the owner of Fox's Wire. Fox's Wire is what used to be Samuel Fox, and they were one of the biggest employers of people in Stocksbridge who used to run the umbrella factory. And that's a really fascinating project about how women used to work and what a lot of women used to work in the umbrella world, and they used to have a very interesting social setup. Used to go on trips together and things like that. And I'm going to go down there on Thursday to meet somebody who's one of their old members of staff. Just turn the camera off. Do the stuff.
I'm John. I want to study media studies. I'm thinking to go to college and study camera work, lighting, so like drama and that. I've joined this mysheffield because it's a lot of camera work, and that's one of the main things I want to do. And Adelle wants to do media studies as well.
Yes, I'd like to go on to college or a sixth form as well. And for those places I've applied for, I have said I want to do a media studies course. And I'm very interested in journalism. It's one of the possible future careers I'm interested in. So I was thinking, maybe me and John, and maybe a couple of others that want to as well, could work together. Yes, Shelby, could work together as a team and go around and interview people about what Stocksbridge was like in the past, couldn't we?
Yeah, and what was in the past, and how they feel about looking at Stocksbridge, like, build itself now in the future.
What do you think you do to create a clear theme?
Maybe
what interests you about something quite specific?
Like you said, the Fox Samuel Fox one is very interesting, and maybe the factory one.
What's interesting about it? What would be interesting? What do you think?
Well, steelworks is like basically one of the key things in Stocksbridge, isn't it? Yeah, that's one of the things. One of
the things they did was to invent a product. So one of the things I like about it is they invented a product called a Paragon umbrella frame, which is used all over the world, and it was a patented invention. It's a design. It's not just about the steel; it's about the clever. It's a clever design.
Yes.
And I think also about the social aspect of it. I think it's something that we could get two different strands that would make it a good short film. But what we need to do is to plan it. 10 minutes of film and maybe 3 or 4 interviews, some background information.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of business, a lot of buildings in Stocksbridge have a lot of this,
I think what we need to do is to kind of tie it down to something quite specific so that we can make a proper film about it. Because some of the films we've done before, it's not just about sitting around chatting generally, it's about doing some really insightful journalism research, something original.
A lot of this,
something original, something that is going to be interesting and that people haven't really discovered before.
It's something that people have a lot of passion, most people have a lot of passion about.
I found that a lot of people around here are very passionate about Stocksbridge, the weather and the price of it, haven't they?
It'd be quite fun to go and just see things and think about
I think as young people in Stocksbridge, you're the people who can do it. Not I can help you with the camera and what you do. We're working with the library as well. We're going to have an exhibition and a display of all the stuff going on. So some of the work we can do is in the library. We need to do is to identify some kind of time that we can do it. So I'll go back and have a think about it. Can you just give me your details on there? I've got everybody else's details for that. Email address.
I am Adelle and I'm going to speak to you in Janine about history of Stocksbridge. So I heard you were a member here and you were doing it as well, so tell me what it was like.
That's a long time ago, Adelle. I'm 42 next, and I was a member from being in a junior school. I came to a junior club where we had an annual summer treat. We had a big play team that took part every summer, which doesn't run now for funding things. But we had clowns, we had everything you can think of. We had jelly, we had buns, we had everything. And then I continued being a junior. I came as a senior. I enjoyed all the discos, all the time as a junior, and then a senior, and then I became a junior leader, like you are, on a Friday night it was called, and that was a Friday night where groups were brought into the youth club that had disabilities, and I found myself developing into a junior leader and working with different youth clubs that visited this club every Friday night. It was a special disabled group, plus a feeder group. We kept them out on day trips, we stood at seaside, we did other things in club, there was the men's radio, and I did that. And then I was very, very fortunate when I had my daughter 11 years ago, in fact 13 years ago now. I applied for a job to do sport within the youth centre, so I was at City Council teaching sport. I applied to be a youth worker and I was successful in getting that. So I've been a youth leader now for 13 years. So you do develop, you can develop. My times of going on camping trips and residentials were just fantastic, and that's what led me to and give a little bit something back. These like fantastic memories.
So you don't regret anything at all about joining the youth segment?
Oh no, it's an inspiration. It was working with other people that were less fortunate than yourself, helping run play schemes, helping run water slides, being with Winston, being with Anne, being with Kev. Oh, fantastic memories, yeah. Yeah, it is.
You also said that you work at school. You help out at Stocksbridge High School and help support people. You know a lot about the history of school?
I don't, unfortunately. My mum didn't work at that school, but her other 6 brothers and 6 sisters did. My mum, unfortunately, was the grammar school, but all her brothers and sisters did, and I know all the history and the photographs and it's still there, and there are history days and history weeks in the school. When all them pictures are put back up, it's great to look back on.
Those lovely memories and looking back here, so.
Great. And now you've actually been there, you've been educated there, and now you're working there. It's great. It's lovely.
We're also looking at the Samuel Fox as well. Do you know anything about that at all?
My mum's family are here, and all her brothers and sisters still work at Samuel Fox's. All her brothers were all in the billet mill, or the turning mill, or the rolling mill, and they've all got Samuel Fox badges and Samuel Fox tennis rackets, and they've been passed down to my son and my daughter when they've had children. But yeah, great.
You know about the umbrella patch as well? They're thinking of looking into that as well.
I don't know. My mum was a clerical worker, and her sisters worked in clerical as well, so unfortunately I don't know.
So, also about social worker in here and jobs for him. I know of course you work at the school and help out here voluntarily, but what else is there for in school around Stocksbridge, the area?
There's as much as there is for men really. I think you just got to get off your bottoms and show assertive and prove that you can do it. There's every job where every woman's done a shining example. Dawn Woodcock doing an apprenticeship, a 4-year apprenticeship in mechanical engineering, and she's doing exactly what a man can do. She's really proud of herself. There are jobs that we can't do, we're not physically as strong, but I don't think there's many jobs now, inequality and things like that, where they can advertise for a lady either, can they?
True, yeah. So the social life of Stocksbridge, it tends to be pretty good, doesn't it? Everyone knows each other and various streets.
It has its good bits and it has its bad bits. It's such a small, tight-knit community that everybody does know everybody else, and that can be good and it can be bad, can't it?
There are several groups now.
They're all about us all being together, and we all know what each other's washing we're hanging up, and yeah, but it is nice. Everybody has a sense of community and a sense of well-being and a sense of being there when there were steelwork strikes and there were all packages made up and there were all boxes sent together. And same we did at Minor. So it is a nice sense. It's a lovely community. Swimming baths belong to Stocksbridge that were built by the people of Stocksbridge and paid for by people of Stocksbridge. And I love this youth centre. Which has been since my mum was kids life.
It's been around for a long time. It's still got all the good memories and everything.
It certainly has. And your children probably come here, and my daughter comes here, and my sons come here.
Well, let's hope it's here for a long time to come then.
I hope it is. Yeah.